Good morning, everyone. I'm Nick Reagan, and this is 5 on 5 Plus. It's 5 minutes of local headlines brought to you right here from our First Alert Desk. Let's get started with our first story here. The Alec Murdaugh trial. Of course, Murdaugh is going to be back in the courtrooms today, rather this week. We'll get our video going here. He's going to be back in the courtroom this week for sentencing for his financial crimes. Now, Murdaugh pleaded guilty to several of his 100 state financial crime charges over a week ago. Now, the agreement, which still needs to be approved by the judge, will see Murdaugh sentenced to 27 years in state prison. Now, Murdaugh was indicted for taking $8 million in legal settlements from clients, including family members of housekeeper Gloria Satterfield, who died from a fall of the Murdaugh home in 2018. Murdaugh's already serving 2 life sentences for fatal shootings of his wife and son in 2021. That hearing will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow. In Dorchester County, the South Carolina Highway Patrol is looking into a deadly crash in St. George. Troopers say the crash happened last night just before 7:40 p.m. They tell us a pickup truck was traveling west on US 78 near East St. George Street when it hit someone walking on the road. While the driver was not hurt in the incident, the pedestrian did die there at the scene. Their name has not yet been released. Moving into North Charleston now, in a story that we've been following closely. A man is facing charges following a deadly shooting in North Charleston. Officers responded to Hunters Ridge Lane for reports of gunshots. That was just before 4 p.m. yesterday evening. When they got there, officers found a man who appeared to have died from gunshot wounds inside a home. Their identity has not yet been released. Officials say 30-year-old Donnie Fuller Jr. was arrested in connection to the shooting and is being charged with murder. Of course, we will bring you any updates on air and online as police continue to look into that incident. Well, switching gears now, happening today, Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley is campaigning here in the Low Country. Haley is holding a town hall in Bluffton this afternoon. She'll be at the University of South Carolina Beaufort Bluffton campus. That event will start at 2 p.m. with doors opening up at noon. It comes just days after opponent former President Donald Trump visited the Palmetto State, attending the South Carolina-Clemson game. In a poll from Winthrop University, Trump holds a majority of South Carolinian support at 52%, Haley in second at 17%, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in third right now, polling at about 12%. In the Midlands, the United States Geological Survey confirmed an earthquake in South Carolina on Sunday. According to officials, the earthquake was detected around 2:21 a.m., about 5 miles northeast of Jenkinsville. The 2.1 magnitude earthquake was 1.5 kilometers wide and 4 kilometers long. We also want to get you updated here on some road closures that you're going to need to know about. Nightly lane closures on Highway 176 are now in effect as part of Phase 1 of the widening project that's designed to take parts of the road from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. The closures span from Cane Bay Boulevard to Domingo Drive. Construction began last night and will continue Sunday through Thursday from 9 at night to 6 in the morning until December 7th. Drivers traveling through the area during those times, you can expect delays as a single lane will be open in each direction. Of course, you are asked to pay extra attention to the construction signs and the message boards that are nearby. We've got 2 more road closures we want to tell you about. Parts of Highway 17 will also be closed starting today. Those closures are at Mathis Ferry Road and Venning Road in Mount Pleasant. The road work starts at 11 tonight and is expected to wrap up by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, additional lane closures, they'll begin today on I-26, part of the Palmetto Commerce Interchange project. Both west and eastbound lanes will close between Ashley Phosphate and US 78 interchange. That's from 8 p.m. tonight through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. The westbound lanes will be closed, and from 8 p.m. tomorrow through 5 a.m. Wednesday morning, the eastbound lanes will be closed. Now, those lanes, they are expected to close for additional work from Sunday to Wednesday of next week. And finally, some good news here on the horizon. Let's talk about gas prices. Gas prices across the state have fallen 7 cents a gallon since last week. That's according to Gas Buddy, who releases new numbers this morning. The average price per gallon is now at $2.88. What a relief. That's 16 cents lower than a month ago and 20 cents lower than a year ago. Well, that's what's happening here around the Low Country. Again, this is 5 on 5. You can find more information on all of these stories on our website. That's live5news.com. This has been 5 on 5 Plus. I'm Nick Reagan. Thank you so much for joining us.